It's the Jim and Terry Show, coming to you from the Hobbit Hole studio in Bob Cajun. I'm one of your hosts.
It's the end as we know it. It's the end as we know it. Come on down. So,
Yeah, the Jim and Terry Show back in the Hobbit Hole
that's
after...
what that music reminds me of, by the way. Very bluesy, downy, killy, so maybe you can change it sometime.
It's the end of the world, and I feel...
Yeah, fine.
Nah, maybe not so good.
Yeah.
We missed a week of recording because last week we were under a power failure.
Oh my goodness, what a mess.
All of southern Ontario? In northern Ontario? I think most of Ontario.
Pefferlaw, where I live, got nailed. But I drove to Beaverton, where one of my sons lives.
Which is north and east.
Yeah, and then I went into a neighborhood where a friend of mine lives, and I had never seen anything like that. Every tree had a branch down or was down. Now, it's funny, I was talking about this yesterday. You talk about because I did a Bible study, and we were just talking about consider it pure joy. I said, how can you do that? But that's what the subject was. And when you looked there, I drove through that neighborhood, and I think I saw one house where a tree actually hit the roof.
Oh, boy.
But in that whole neighborhood, trees had split in half, fallen this way. See, it wasn't wind, it was ice.
Yeah, the weight.
All just the way everywhere. Missing so many things, like, missing homes, just amazing to me. And when I came home that night into Pefferlaw, I could hear the trees falling in the distance. I can't imagine what they heard in Beaverton. I can't imagine. It would have sounded like a war zone. Like that. All night. I just can't imagine.
That's a very good imitation of what I heard that night.
I guess you did.
Because it was all around us. The tree at the front, you didn't notice because I've already cleaned that up. But I had to get up on the 24-foot extension ladder. It had split near the top. It had forked, and both ends went down.
Like lightning had hit it, but there was no lightning.
You hear the crack, and then the poof.
Yeah.
Crack.
Poof. Yeah. Oh, man.
And that was
haunting.
all night. It was like a never-ending thunderstorm. You're just dreading what you're going to see in the daylight.
Yeah. And what you saw in the daylight was just ridiculous. I was driving home from Vaughan, and I went up as soon as I got on Old Homestead, which is a long run. I was talking to Bobby on the phone. Actually, it was like 11 at night, and I'm going, oh man, I just missed a tree, and there's another one. I'm going, what the heck happened here? And then I was dodging these trees all the way down, not noticing above me all the trees that had bent right over the highway waiting to come down.
Whoa,
and I thought, I escaped that one, man.
Yeah.
But nature, like rain on a tree. Yeah. Freezing, bang, we'll haul that mother down. Some of them right from the roots fall right over with the weight of the ice.
The weight was extraordinary. We had, out by our little garden here, we have a tree, a shrub really. It's a Japanese willow, not maple. And it's a shrub that goes maybe 12, 14 feet, but it's a nice crown. It spreads out.
Yeah.
We could see the ice gathering, and you could see it getting lower and lower. And all of a sudden, Kim and I both looked at it at the same time. Whoomp.
Really?
The whole shrub went right down to the ground.
Can only take so much.
Oh, it only takes so much. But here's the resilience in all of this. As soon as the ice was gone, it came back up. And if you take a look at it now, you will not notice.
I find that amazing.
That is.
But I find it bad about the ones that actually, because I always visualize this struggle. Oh, it's going to be over soon. It's going to be over. Bang, and down it's gone. Yeah. Never to come back. Yeah.
Well, there will be the permanent damage. You can't. If you look at the back, all those big trees at the back, they're all topless.
Yeah.
They've all toppled partway up the tree.
Huge trees, too.
Yeah. Like
40-footers?
Oh, they're 70, 80 feet.
Oh, really? Okay.
These are old, 100-year-old trees. Yeah. The one on the corner is nearly 250 years old.
Wow.
That's the Unlock the Summer 150th anniversary. We counted the rings on the tree they had displayed by the Lock 32. And that tree at the back corner is older than that tree that they had.
Wow.
So, these things are irreplaceable. That's why we value old growth.
Yeah,
you can't grow them, not in our lifetime, our kids' lifetime, or our kids' lifetime. So, yeah, damage that's irreplaceable. And one of the lessons for me is also that Japanese willow was a lesson on resilience. We saw the thing crash from its elevation of 14 feet to sagging to 12 to 10 to 8. And I thought, oh, it's going to go now. But when it went down, it sprung back up once the ice was gone. It's amazing. So resilience was one thing. I have a tale. It's an unfortunate tale, but it's a tale of resilience as well. We didn't have a generator for the first 4 days, and that was because everybody was sold out within a reasonable driving distance.
Yep.
So all the small towns, all the home hardwares, we went within our 100-kilometer radius to try to find it online. Gone by the time you get there. They couldn't set it aside. They're going to sell it. So there was a cash is king situation. The buyer's standing there at the counter. Was he set it aside? No, it's sold.
Yep.
So it took us a while to get one. And we just happened to be there when someone was returning one because they got a better deal on one. So we exchanged that one right there at the counter. It's out on the front deck, and I used it for 2 days to provide internet. To provide internet because my daughter's going through exams. Most of the studying and prep is online now. Trent had declared, Peterborough had declared a state of emergency as well.
Beaverton did, and so did Pefferlaw.
So there we go.
Matter of fact, as I understand it, even right now, the Lions Hall in Pefferlaw is still open 24/7.
Now, that is good
with
to
beds.
know.
With beds.
Good. So I would like to know for my own community, what was the emergency plan? Because I'm not aware of it, so I want to know that.
Well, they bused people from Pefferlaw to Sutton to the community center so they could get showers.
Oh, excellent.
So it was an hour. Every hour a bus came into the Lions Hall. If you wanted to have showers, you get on the bus, they'll take you to Sutton, and then they'll bring you back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's what
the community really came together.
I love to hear those stories.
Even my church did a community dinner on Wednesday, and it warmed my heart when we gave up our dessert and sent it over to the Lions Hall for the people at the Lions Hall.
That's the people who were staying overnight at the Lions Hall.
Yeah. So
amazing.
So the community did come together. All that is good to see. I don't know how someone can go a whole week, though, without losing it.
Well, people are still without power.
I know.
So that's a big problem. I was going to continue my story of the generator. The story is of shortages and what a zombie apocalypse may look like. We first became aware that there was an issue after the ice storm had passed when the gas stations, of course, only the few that were open, and in our case it was only Fenland Falls. All our area was not open. The village was dead quiet. There was no power, no Tim Hortons, no nothing, no stores. It was quiet as a church mouse.
Yeah.
So we went to drive to Fenland. It took me an hour to get. It was back. The traffic was backed up.
Really?
It took an hour. Why? Because the corner where there's the main intersection in the town, there's a gas station. And that people lining up to get their jerry cans filled. First we thought, who are all these people getting their cars filled up? Every car had jerry cans. Every truck had jerry cans. Yeah. That was the issue, was there was going to be a gasoline shortage because of pumping so much to keep the generators
We had
going.
it in Pefferlaw area too. What we didn't have, next one was Virginia. And I got a feeling they brought in a generator to get that going because Virginia had no power for days upon days.
Wow.
But the lineup, the unbelievable traffic around the gas station to get gas.
Wow. Did you see that backing up on the Highway 48 at all? Or did it pull out the shoulder?
Not quite that much, but maybe a little bit on the shoulder. People wanted to get in. I was fortunate enough I could go a few days. I had gas, so I didn't have to worry about it.
The story of ice, rice, and grapes.